Dala! So welcome to the Wisdom of Natural Hair. Today we are talking about card number 18. You are your hair. And I know that a lot of people have questions about that. We remember all the song by India Ari which says I am not my hair, and I think it's time to put that down and to put that to move away from that song and that movement and to realize that we are our hair. Our hair grows out of us. It grows out of us. It has everything about us. It has our DNA. It has our most unique information as an individual. Our hair can help other people trace us and identify us. It is a sacred portion of us. It is part of our nervous system. It enables us to get information from the environment that we are in and translate that information in ways that we can understand better, especially when we are open to listen to it and open to have that kind of experience. When we embrace our hair and we embrace who we are, I think we have so much more chances to provide some self-love, some self-esteem, and to build ourselves up. I think it's important to understand that the hair that grows out of you is part of you, and you are part of it. And that it is not necessary anymore to move away from that, to try to hide from that, to try to distance yourself from that. No matter how your hair is, your hair may be damaged, your hair may be thinning, your hair may be falling, however it is, that whatever amount of hair that grows out of you is certainly yours, is certainly you, and you are certainly part of it. It is important for you to embrace that. It is important for you to understand that and to take it and take it within. No matter where you are in the spectrum, you may be someone who refuses to see it that way and who wants to wear weave and who wants to relax your hair to morph it in a way that you can manage on a day-to-day. You may be somebody who is natural but still enjoy wearing weave. You may be somebody who is transitioning. You may be somebody who's fully natural. No matter where you are in the spectrum, it doesn't really matter if you understand that that hair is part of you and you are part of it. And I think that's where, we need to leave down the kind of judgment. No matter where we stand in the spectrum, we all have a perception of who we are, and so long as that perception entails the fact that our hair grows out of us with our information, with our wisdom, with our knowledge, with our expression of who we are as a unique individual, we can fall on common ground. No matter how we're expressing it outside, no matter how people are perceiving it on the outside. I think that's extremely, extremely important to embrace your own hair and to embrace the fact that you are your hair and your hair is part of you. We've seen laws in the United States, policies by different employers that are really aimed, not only in the United States but other places as well, that are really aimed at erasing the uniqueness of our hair, erasing the way we care for our hair, the styles that help our hair grow and strive, and help us also express who we are, our personality, our culture, our identity. So it's extremely important that we see our hair as something we understand is part of us. Because only when we understand that it is part of us and that we are part of it, can we start loving it. Can we start protecting it? Can we start caring for it or about it in a much deeper way? But it is a personal choice. It is not a choice to be rushed. It is a choice or a decision that can be made over a long period of time based on each person's circumstances. So it's not something that you can impose on someone else. It's something that the person needs to realize or not realize on their own terms and decide what they want to do. But definitely I think in that reflection, in that process, there has to be a little bit that has to account for our little sisters and the image and the vision that they have of themselves and of their hair, and you as a player, as a role model in their lives. You may not view yourself as a role model, but if you have a daughter, if you have a niece, cousins, they're all looking up to you. They are all looking at you, and you become a model for them. And I think when you are in the process of thinking about your hair and how you want to express your hair, how you want to keep your hair, and how you want to present yourself, considering the view that you are a role model, you have the opportunity to give an alternative to that young child if you wish so. The same way you have this opportunity even to give that alternative and that observation to other grown women, because there are a lot of women who are also thinking that way, who are considering going natural, and who may be doubting, who may not see natural women being reflected so much in the mainstream media or even around them. And I know from all of the messages, a lot of messages I've received, that it is not an easy transition for everyone. Sometimes it's very difficult. Some women face retaliation or anger from their own family member, from their friends, from their partner, and so forth and so on. So I think it's very important, if you are in a different space and you choose to do that, to consider the impact that you can make in someone's lives, whether it is an adult or just for an alternative for younger women and younger men as well, so that men can grow up seeing and viewing black women who have the natural hair around them, and they can get comfortable and familiar with that. So as they grow up and become men, they also get familiar and have also that alternative to look at and want. I think sometimes a lot of the things that we don't indulge into are things that are kind of foreign to us, that are kind of things that we don't really know about, that we don't really see promoted everywhere. And when you start valorizing, celebrating natural hair, I think it makes it a lot more acceptable for anyone around you. Not acceptable because they decide that it is so, but acceptable because they see that for you it is. And I think that's kind of the key. The media may never accept it, the mainstream or what have you may not never accept it, but that's not the important. The important part is that you accept your hair, and how you show that you accept your hair, and how you celebrate and valorize your hair all over. And that is already seen as so much encouragement for younger women, but also it will give you also so much more self-love and depth in terms of you valorizing who you are and understanding who you are. And that is something separate from you wearing weaves and wigs. And I've seen that in other videos, that you may be natural under the wig and the weave, so it doesn't reflect that your entire it doesn't reflect on your full love and self-esteem, but it does have to be related to that. So the more you have this image of you that is positive, and the better it may be. So thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.